every time you wake up with air in your lungs and a pulse, you know, there's purpose for you and there's a purpose for your life. How you make other people feel says a lot about you. So you wander this earth thinking, wow, I'm worthless. Wow, no one likes me. When the only reason that you feel that way is because no one's had the guts to tell you how awesome you are. There's something wrong with that. Greetings internet, it's Katie. So I was actually planning on filming a what's in my bag video. I actually have my bag down there next to me on the ground, like all ready to go. I was just in the zone to make a what's in my bag video until I clicked record on the camera and I decided, nope. Basically my new plan of action is I'm going to talk and you guys can totally listen if you want to. If not, see ya next Friday. So I'm going to just like unpack my thoughts and we'll chat. Yeah? Capiche? Capiche? Okay, cool. Okay. I actually don't know what capiche means, I just say it and hope that it makes sense. In this video, I'm going to talk about the things that I have kind of experienced in the past couple weeks being at college, or, you know, just being a human the past couple weeks. Things have happened and I want to talk about it. So, what better way to do so than broadcast it on the internet, because, you know, we are the age of video, people. Video is everything. So I have a Tumblr page, as you guys might know, and sometimes I post on it, sometimes I go weeks without posting on it. It's just really what I'm feeling. But totally check it out, link right here, whatever. That's not really the point, but anyway. I have an ask box on there in which I offer, you know, advice. I've been reading a lot of questions from you guys and trying to gear my upcoming videos around some of the problems you guys are facing. I just want to take away the hurt from you guys, and I don't want you guys to go through the things you're going through. Being in college now, I've been through a lot of crap in my life, and I'm not, you know, putting myself on a pedestal and saying that I'm, you know, the bomb diggity and I've been through everything, but I know what it feels like to be, you know, lost and be confused and to feel like no one loves you, and my heart aches for all of you who are going through that right now, who are, you know, constantly finding themselves in their room alone crying, or I don't know, just wishing they were someone else, because, you know, what a shame to go through your life wishing you were someone else, because, you know, you are beautifully and uniquely you. Every time you wake up with air in your lungs and a pulse, you know, there's purpose for you and there's a purpose for your life. You know, every single one of us, we're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. You don't have to continue living life the way you're living it. You have the freedom and you have the choice to change it at this very moment. And I just want you guys to know that. So if you are in a place of pain and hardship, you know, you sure as hell can change that. It might not be easy and it might be kind of uncomfortable and kind of scary, but you totally have the freedom to do that, and you have so many more resources than you think you do. I will listen to you if no one else will. I think it's so crucial for you to know that you have someone there for you and there's someone who cares about your existence. Wow, that was a ramble, but basically I was looking through my Tumblr questions and I just saw all this hurt, and the biggest thing that I saw, that I see every day, that I see on my Instagram posts, that I hear my friends talk about, is the idea of being pretty. Guys, it's such a big deal in our lives, and as much as I hate to admit that I hate to admit how superficial our society and how superficial life has become for so many people, it's the damn truth. And I'm sorry for cursing, this is bad. College has changed me, guys. I want to talk about the idea of being pretty in this video, because the aspect of pretty is plaguing our society, because people feel that they're not worth something if they aren't, you know, X inches tall or X pounds on the scale, or have this blonde, long, flowing hair and tan skin. You know, that's just wrong. It's wrong that our society has set up this mold that I've discussed in countless videos in the past like couple years of my channel. I always discuss this mold because it is so flippin' true. There is this mold that society wants us to fill. When we see someone pretty walking down the street, or when we see someone pretty in class, we stare, we look, we wish we looked like them, first of all. Second of all, we're trying so hard to figure out, how can I be that girl's friend? How could I be associated with her? Like, how could I be close with her? Because I hope that some of her pretty will rub off on me. Sometimes I sit here on camera and I tell you guys how to look pretty. I tell you how to fix your hair, I tell you how to do your makeup, and I tell you how to get boys. And sometimes I'm kind of disgusted by myself because I feel like that's the extent of what I do here on the internet. I tell you guys how to look good and how to look pretty. And I'm fueling the part of society that I hate the most. I have put so much weight on being pretty and looking my best for videos and looking my best for class or walking on the street. You see these curls in my hair? I can tell you guys all day about how I did this for myself, but no, that is a freaking lie. I did this. I spent 45 minutes of my day trying to impress the guy across the room in history who doesn't even know my name. There's something wrong with that. You know who the truly pretty people are in this world? And it's taken me so long to realize this. It's taken me 18 years of my life to realize this. The pretty people are the people who focus on trying to make other people feel pretty. And I hate that word. It's starting to feel weird. You know when you say word a lot of times, it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense anymore. In order to feel strong, in order to feel beautiful, in order to feel smart, you have to project those things onto other people. How you make other people feel says a lot about you. I have been that girl. I have been there when I'm sitting in class or, you know, somewhere random, you know, insert situation here where I feel invisible. I feel like no one sees me. Even if I'm surrounded by people, I feel alone. And here at college, I felt that more than ever. And I think that's just kind of normal. You know, don't pity me or anything. That's just how college is, you know? Like, you could be surrounded by people and still feel alone. Still feel alone. Have you ever seen a really pretty girl and you've kind of just like stared at her from afar? You know, admired her clothes, kind of give her the up down. Everyone does it, you know? You can say you don't, but you totally do. You totally check people out. Even if you like boys, like me, you've definitely checked out a girl. Maybe 1 out of every 10 times I've thought, wow, that person is flawless, wow, I want to be them, wow, I love their shirt, whatever. Maybe 1 time out of 10 I've actually told that person how I feel and said, oh, hey, I like your shoes, or something like that. And I don't know what it is. I think it's just being human. I get that weird feeling in my stomach like, shoot, maybe I shouldn't say that. But you know, what's the worst thing that could happen if I say that, right? Like, what are they gonna do? Like, be like insulted that I only said they like their shoes and not their shirt also? Like, what are they gonna do? What if I said to you that there's probably a billion people on this planet that have done the same thing to you? So you wander this earth thinking, wow, I'm worthless. Wow, no one likes me. When the only reason that you feel that way is because no one's had the guts to tell you how awesome you are. From this point on, I'm totally gonna go out of my way to tell people how awesome they are. Because when you recognize that, when someone's just, you know, projecting their light that clearly that you see how just flippin' awesome they are, they deserve to be told. You could save someone's life by giving a compliment. You don't know what people are going through. You just don't. There's not a single person. You could be the biggest freaking genius on this planet and you will not know what your neighbor is going through. The whole idea of pretty is nonsense. As much as I freaking love the makeup and beauty industry, the beauty industry has killed the teenage girl. And until we realize this, and until we start finding other modes of pretty other than having the perfect lashes and the perfect lipstick, you know, that's how it's gonna be. That's just how it's going to be. I think it's time that we make a change and we start seeing pretty from what it actually is. I don't think I ever actually talked about this on my channel, but when I volunteered at that special needs camp over the summer as a buddy, my buddy's name was Alexandra. Alexandra was different. And she wasn't society's pretty. And you know what? I think she's the most beautiful girl there is. Pretty is all about perspective. I don't even know her last name. But Alexandra changed my life in more ways than one. There's a ropes course at this camp I went on where it's like 50 feet up in the air, these wires. And you have to, you know, scale across the wires. You're hooked in, of course, but it's just freaking scary. Young Life Camp for kids without special needs, so just a regular camp, not the Capernaum, which is the camp for children with special needs. There's some people who can't even do this course because it is that scary. It's pretty terrifying. All week that I was at this camp with my buddy Alexandra, who has Down syndrome, she was just dying to go on this ropes course. We got on the course. First of all, it was pouring down rain on this day, so everything was slippery. The course itself was shaking. So every step you took, you were constantly being pulled forward and back. We were probably maybe a few feet into the course. She breaks down into tears and she looks at me with these big blue eyes and says, Katie, I'm scared. So as a buddy, I was essentially pulling her through the ropes course. So not even just doing it on my own, I was pulling another human with me, which, you know, first of all, terrifying for me, but second of all, this is a girl with Down syndrome who is told her entire life that she can't do things. You know, she's always told no. The entire way, although she was fighting back tears, Alexandra just kept repeating the same phrase. It was, I have a disability. She kept on saying, I have a disability to me. And I'd say to her, Alexandra, you have a disability, but you are strong. You have strength. You are perfect. And I was probably repeating that the entire 30-minute course. At the end of the course, there was this swing. The swing is probably the hardest part of the course. You know, a lot of people opt for the zip line and they, you know, chicken out and go out down the zip line. And I can say I've done that a couple of times. But we got up to the point where it was like the swing. And what you do is you sit your butt on this platform. And I said it's about a 50-foot drop, and you hold onto this rope and you just scoot on off and you swing. But you essentially have to push yourself off of a platform. It's like jumping off of a building or something. I mean, obviously not on the same scale, but it feels like it. And Alexandra got up to the swing. And I'm gonna be honest, I was shaking in my boots. I was freaking terrified. And she looks at me and she says, Katie, I have a disability, but I am strong and I am beautiful. And I'm not making this up, guys. This is honestly, like, I'm gonna remember this moment for the rest of my life. And we both pushed off the platform together and swung down. And in that moment, you know, all I could think of was, Alexandra is a very intelligent girl. I'm sure she sees those girls in the magazine and sees people on TV and wonders, why am I not like that? You know, why am I repeating the same grade in school over and over? Why am I not the same as other people? And Alexandra defies our society's perception of pretty. And she takes that beyond. She blows that out of the water, because Alexandra, you know, although she doesn't have the face of a supermodel, she's the prettiest person I know. I just think it's so wrong, you know, how our society has perceived pretty. Like, why are we so obsessed with this? Is it just how we're wired as humans? Why are we so obsessed with how we look and how we look in comparison to other people? You know, if we all realize how terrible we're being towards one another and terrible to ourselves for putting ourselves down for how we look, maybe we'll make a change in this world, and maybe our children will not feel how we feel. You know, my biggest fear is when my child, my daughter or son, goes through middle school, because I know how terrible that was for me, and I'm just deathly afraid that's going to be the same case for them. But you know, we can change that. Not entirely, but we can do a lot to change that. We can change how people feel and think about themselves, and we could probably save a lot of lives if we tried. So I'm going to make a little mission, a little, you know, challenge for you guys and me. And I want you guys to let me know how it's going for you, or, you know, your progress with this, and totally hit me up on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on YouTube, on Tumblr, all of my social media. Even shoot me an email if you want to. I want to make it our mission as a community to go out of our way to tell people that they are pretty. And maybe we can change that word forever. Maybe we can create a new definition of the word pretty. So yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all next Friday. Bye! Sassy duck! Get away! I think it's territorial. Let's go.